Have you ever stopped to think about why some people, even with low incomes, manage to prosper, while others, even with a good salary, live in constant struggle? The truth is, it's not just about how much you earn, it's about how you think. Your mindset is the helm of your financial life, and if it's programmed for scarcity, you could win the lottery and still end up back at square one. This video isn't just another one about money. It's about the root of everything, your thoughts. Because what you believe defines what you allow yourself to experience. So if you're tired of repeating cycles, self-sabotaging, or feeling like wealth is not for you, stay with me until the end. Because today, you'll understand how people who achieved financial freedom think, and how you can start thinking like them. Before we go on, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any tips that could transform your financial life. Let's embark on this journey together. Most of us grew up hearing that money is hard to come by, that getting rich is a matter of luck, or that only those born rich can become rich. This is a powerful social lie. And worse, it's comfortable, because if you believe wealth only depends on external factors, you absolve yourself from the responsibility to change. But look, everyday ordinary people, just like you, build lives of financial freedom, not because they won the lottery, but because they changed the way they think. They understood that freedom is not an event, it's a journey, and it all starts in the mind. It's the mind that defines what you accept, what you seek, what you invest in, and what you avoid. If you want to transform your bank account, you need to start with how you see money. There are many factors that shape our relationship with money, and if you stop and think, you've probably heard phrases like, money doesn't bring happiness, money is the root of all evil, or money corrupts the soul. These beliefs are passed down through generations and become accepted as absolute truths. The problem is that often, these limiting beliefs are what block your prosperity. But it's possible to change, and when you start dismantling these ideas, your reality starts to shift. The first thing to understand is that money is neither a villain nor a hero. It's just a tool that can help you live the life you want, with more freedom, comfort, and opportunities. Now, if you're thinking the problem is how much you earn, not how much you accumulate, it's time for a deeper reflection. The scarcity mindset makes you see money as something that comes and goes, but never stays. On the other hand, the abundance mindset sees money as energy that can be managed, multiplied, and invested to bring more than just what you need. And that's something many people who have achieved financial freedom have already understood. They know that to prosper, they need to look at money wisely, and most importantly, strategically. They aren't afraid of it. They don't let fear of failure or lack of knowledge stop them from learning and growing financially. Another important point is that people often have a victim mentality. They see themselves as if the world is against them. If you see yourself this way, it's time to change that perspective. When you put yourself in the victim position, you lose control over your financial life. Have you thought about that? You start thinking that things don't happen because of external factors, that you'll never get the chance you need, or that the world will never give you the opportunities that others have. But the truth is that opportunities are everywhere. It just depends on how you look at and act on them. Those who seek, find. Those who prepare, succeed. Don't treat yourself like a victim. Treat yourself as the protagonist of your own story. Take responsibility for your results, and take control of your financial life. Now, if you already have control of your mindset and you're ready to take it a step further, pay attention to a concept that can change your financial life even more: the financial thermostat. The financial thermostat is an internal regulator that defines how much prosperity you accept. If you're used to a low salary or a life of financial struggles, your thermostat may be set to that level. In other words, even with opportunities to earn more, you might sabotage yourself and fall back into your financial comfort zone. But you can change that. To adjust this thermostat, you need to expand your mind, change your perception of money, and understand that if you can maintain this new level of prosperity, it will become your new standard. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your comment below with your thoughts on this topic. I'd love to hear how these tips are impacting your financial mindset. Another point that deserves attention is the language you use. Have you noticed the phrases you say about money? I'm terrible with finances. I can't save anything. This isn't for me. Money is dirty. Those who get rich are exploiting others. These phrases are small seeds you plant every day, and later you harvest them as poor financial results. Your words reveal your beliefs, and your beliefs guide your decisions. If you want to change your results, you need to start by changing the beliefs that keep you poor. Ask yourself, is this true? Or is it just familiar? Does this help me or limit me? Did this come from me, or was it taught by someone who also struggled financially? When you start questioning, you begin to liberate yourself. Financially free people don't just think about earning more. They think about how to multiply, how to protect, how to grow. And this doesn't require magic formulas. It requires consistent habits. These are people who consume less on impulse and more with awareness. They read about finances. They study investments. They know their numbers. They take command of their own money. They know exactly what comes in, what goes out, and why they make every choice. And more. They take care of their mind just as much as they take care of their wallet. They understand that emotional imbalance affects financial decisions, and that's why they build healthy routines, clear goals, and defined priorities. Wealth is emotional discipline combined with strategic behavior. If you've lived your whole life with a scarcity mindset, don't blame yourself. That mindset was most likely passed down to you by your family, by society, by everything you saw and heard growing up. Maybe no one ever told you that you were allowed to dream big, that you had power, that you could break the cycle. But now you know. And when awareness arrives, transformation begins. Changing your mind is like replacing the soil where your dreams are planted, because if the root is stuck in dry ground, made of fear, guilt, and limiting beliefs, nothing truly grows. You might try, but it'll always feel like you're fighting something invisible. And you are. You're fighting your own programming. But here's the good news. This soil can be rebuilt. You can prepare new, fertile ground, filled with vision, courage, responsibility, and emotional intelligence. There is a path, and it starts with 4 simple yet powerful steps. First, recognize the thought that's holding you back, that voice telling you that you can't, that you're not good enough, that success isn't for you. Second, question where that thought came from. Was it really yours? Or was it borrowed from someone else who was also afraid? Third, replace it. Install a new belief in its place, one that empowers you, that reminds you of your inner strength. And finally, practice. Every single day. Reprogramming your mind isn't a one-time event. It's a daily choice. And slowly, things begin to shift. First inside, then outside. First in your thoughts, then in your bank account, your routine, your results. That's how true transformation happens. You might be wondering, but where do I begin? And the answer is, start exactly where you are, with exactly what you have. You don't need a giant leap. You just need your first step. Read books on financial intelligence. Watch videos like this one. Write down your limiting beliefs and rewrite each one with words of power. Surround yourself with people who also want to grow, who speak of possibilities instead of limitations. Set small goals and achieve them. Celebrate your progress. Be patient with yourself. A mind, when nurtured with consistency, blooms. And when it blooms, everything around it transforms. Because your reality is a reflection of how you think, feel, and act. And most of all, never lose hope. Even if your current reality feels difficult, even if you're dealing with debt, chaos, or fear, that doesn't define you. That's just where you are, not who you are. Your destiny is being written from this moment forward. Your decision to change can become the key that opens doors you never imagined existed. You have that power. The change you're looking for in the world starts within you. So lift your head, clear your mind, and plant new seeds. The future is waiting, and it can be so much more abundant than your past.